Hello guys, you're watching Go Doctor Who, and oh my god, we've just watched, what is it, Spyfall? Skyfall, linked in with James Bond. Just seen it, literally not even a minute ago, it's just playing. There is so much to go on. I was not hyped for this, I was like, Doctor Who. But now I am in shock. We'll talk about that later. I'll put pictures here, Future Connor will put pictures here of everything we're talking about. Let's just get into it, because I'm just... Wow, this is a review on Spyfall. Yeah. So, we start off with thinking back an hour ahead. I'll probably miss some bits, but let's just roll with it. So, the Doctor's companions. Yet again, Yaz has got a lot more development. Should we get like a horn going, duh-duh-duh-duh? Because literally... she's had no character development throughout the whole of Series 11, and she's finally got it. So, well done. Well done, Chris Chibnall. Did Chris Chibnall write this episode? I did not look at who wrote this episode. Probably. They always write, the head writers always write at the start of the episodes. We've also got, we've got her family and Yaz's sister, Fancy and Ryan, which I think Yaz and Ryan will get together eventually. But yeah. Then we've got Ryan. Ryan with his friends playing basketball, and then literally he's making up all these excuses to stop hanging around with his friends to travel with the Doctor, which is a little bit more relatable and interesting, because we've seen that with different companions before, and we're seeing it in a different light with Ryan now and his gang of mates he's hanged around with for so long, and he's making excuse after excuse. He's not having time for the real world, which is showing how many adventures they've been on since we last seen them. And you can see the character development on cue, and completely different just from Series 11. So yeah, as time's gone by since we last seen them. And they've had a whole year of adventures where we've had no adventures watching Doctor Who, so I wish we saw that in 2019. Anyway, it's 2020 now. 2020 today, whoa. Yeah, now what else we got? Oh yes, Graham. Graham's cancer's suddenly been all clear-ish. We haven't heard the all clear, but he's still going for tests, which is a relatable thing again, and I know because I've had family members who've had this. So yeah, it is kind of a little bit, not, it's realistic, but it's not too much, if you want what I mean. They're not giving too much away, not too much detail, which is good. It's keeping it light, but we know, and from experience, they're doing that pretty well with how I've experienced with other people. So yeah, I think they're doing that quite well. I think, yeah. Then all the companions get drove to the 13th Doctor, and she's fixing the TARDIS. Then they're in a car together. They all get pulled in, and the car's trying to kill them. Something's trying to kill them before they get going, and yeah. Then the car's pulling back and forth. Everyone's screaming, and I'm like, whoa. This is upped its game, and obviously we saw bits of this from the trailer, and a lot of the trailer bits are from this episode, so there's not a lot that's spoiled from from the series, if this is all it, really. Then we've also got them going to MI6. Finally, we've arrived there. Torchwood reference, yes. Unit no longer here. Yeah, they've got to bring that back at some point. I mean, come on. Series, what are we now? Series 12, Series 13 maybe, hopefully. Come on. Or when the Sidemen come back. What else? Yeah, so we get this major MI6 agent, and he gets killed off instantly. A big character, which we thought would play a much bigger role to play, and suddenly the boss has been killed off. They need to run back to the TARDIS. These creatures are coming, transforming beyond, and we'll get back to them in a bit. And then we've got, I just really found that so action-packed and so fast-paced, this story, and it's intriguing, and I'm loving it. And then we've got also these gadgets and agents, and Ryan and Graham are on it, and they've certainly, their character development, they were amazing, the best of Series 11, and they've upped it even more, and I just love them too. Every scene they're in, I'm like, this is good banter, I'm loving it, and see this shoe? I'm going to shoot this spy shoe in you, and then we transfer into something else. But yeah, and then the TARDIS is beautiful and different. They've upped it a little bit. It was plain and boring and dark and small and contained for TARDIS that's meant to be bigger, and it is bigger. It's still not my favourite TARDIS, but it's doable. It's good. Then we get the monster coming through the TARDIS in known universe, and then we have literally the team splitting up. We need a plan. So we've got Yaz and Ryan going off, taking photos, recording, doing spy activities with the equipment they've got. And then we've also got this photo hidden in a message in the photo, which the aliens use later on with an alien cryptid message and stuff like that. Then we have the 13th Doctor and Graham go off and do their thing, and I love that. Let's quickly get over that. So Yaz and Graham try and sneak out information. He leaves. They use the equipment they've took off him to go into the base. A typical spy-esque thing. And while we're on spy, I'm just going to say the James Bond mixed in with the Doctor Who music was amazing. Like, literally, that's the best song I've ever heard. And I was like, yes. Down, 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 down. Oh, it's just, I loved it. I loved it. That put a smile on my face. Thanos moment there. What else? Yeah, so we've got Yaz getting teleported away into this place where the 13th gets teleported later on to leave in the cliffhanger. She knows what this is, I think, now. From the cliffhanger, looks like anyway. These tube things, at first I thought they were trees, but I could see they were tubes, and I was like, that's bad graphics. And it's like, no, it's actually tubes, it looks like. So yeah, where are we at the end of the series? Then we've got Yaz getting teleported to the Doctor again. I was like, oh. And I was questioning, is Yaz a good, is it Yaz? You know, it could be a clone or something like that. We've got Ryan suddenly teleported back. You can show how much he's angry and frustrated and saying, bring her back. You show how much they've grown together since they knew each other in primary school, and all of a sudden now they're besties and stuff like that. The families were quite good as well. Yaz's family was in it, and it found it realistic and fun. I hope no one makes a reference, oh, they're being racist, because I'm going to say Indian guy was trying to talk on the, what is it, you know, them things. I haven't got one. Alexa's sort of thing. I try and talk on my phone and it doesn't do it, you know. I'm saying, oh, Alexa, what is this? And it comes up with something else. It's so obvious. I hope people don't go, oh, they're being racist because he can't understand his language, the way he's speaking and stuff like that. I hope that doesn't get pulled up, because that's just stupid if it does. But I'm saying that because it might do. I mean, it's 2020 and people just hissy pitty for anything. What else? So we're back to Australia. Also, we had a cliffhanger. We had a title sequence. We had a little bit of 3 people getting killed off. Spy agents are getting killed off. Maybe they know something. It'll all be revealed in the second part, but maybe they know something which makes them the monsters try and kill them off. Maybe all these spies know stuff which are too much info. Or maybe it's just a big plot for the main villain to trick the Doctor. He loves a mystery, which we will get onto in a bit. We're in Australia. Graham and 13 are meeting this guy, and I thought the way these people, his bodyguards, looked, I thought they were bad guys. Maybe they were in on it. See, I was questioning constantly throughout, is Yaz real since she's been teleported? Is this a bad Yaz now? No, it's not. It's just Yaz. Okay. These guys get killed off. We don't see the agents get killed off. Actually we do. They all get feasted on. So yeah, they get killed off, so they're not the bad guy. And the least expected one I thought was the bad guy was the bad guy. And I was like, I really like him. We'll get onto that in a minute. So we're talking about that. Yaz Raymond, this new guy, is appeared, and he knows a lot about the Doctor, and he's a fan, and he's a secret agent O. C has been killed off, and oh gosh, oh God, or whatever, it was hints or whatever. And we learn about these creatures. Then we get back to the part of, right, we need to get to this, we need to find the guy. Apparently he is 7% alien, and it's a mystery, we're trying to get to him, which was at this party. Then we get misleaded by the actual villain, and we chase him about, and then it's a confrontation between 13 and him, and that was quite a good confrontation. We never got that in Series 11. This has done it. This is ups it. And I'm so hyped now, and I don't want to put my guard up too much now. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't really get too excited. I've got to be excited, because this cliffhanger led in so perfectly. I can't wait to review episode 2. yeah, then we get onto this running around in this party. These people not knowing what the gang, the TARDIS gang, not knowing what they're doing, throwing money and gambling, and then the bad guy runs off. They go and chase him on this bike scene, which we saw in the trailers, which are epic. And then we get onto the airplane, which is unrealistic for them to all make it. All of them make it to the airplane. Then we have the big reveal. The bad guy they were chasing has disappeared. I have no clue. I was too much going on. I don't know where he's gone. The bomb is set to blow up, and it does. Then the big reveal. Oh my god. Sadly, I got spoiled of this. I was like, apparently he is the master, and I didn't believe he was the master. So I'm glad I didn't, because then it didn't ruin the spoiler in a way. It was so unreal. I was like, yeah, this guy's never the master when I saw at the start of the episode. And I really enjoyed him. I thought, oh, Yaz and him are getting on quite well. And then, boom! Oh gosh. As in, oh gosh, he's the master, or we go way back and stuff like that. All these flowing things. And he had information on the Doctor as well. And he pulls out this little mini version. And it's so classic Who. You know, we sort of saw this in the comics. They turn him into little things. It's so classic for the master to do. In this little matchstick box, we pull out this little guy, and it's him. I was like, who is that? I can't see. Is it? It looks like a little reference to something I can't see. It's too small, but it's him. He's took the identity. The master's took the identity of this guy, and he suddenly flips. He's a bit too exciting, going hoo, and he's a bit too kiddie, and I'm like, but he's the master and he's back. It's a bit too soon as well, but I love it. It's the master. I can't wait to see his plans. And he's with these aliens that transform, which are weird. And back to the aliens. Yeah, they are after these. They are from a different universe. They can get into the TARDIS and not scanned by alien tech. The master's obviously been working with these aliens like he does with the classic villains, like he's done the Cybermen. He's developed them, and they are on point. And maybe they might trick him as usual, classic Who-esque. They will come on top and defeat the master, and then the master and the Doctor's got to work together, or the master runs off. And oh my god, I'm just so happy we've got the master back. I mean, yeah, again, Missy and Johnson, that death was perfect, but they're back, and I can't wait. Yeah, I'm so happy with this. This is so good, literally. So C is the master from so far, but then he mentions at the end of the episode, don't believe everything you see. So maybe he's not the master. Maybe it was all a plan, and he knows back history of the Doctor, and it's all fakery, and he's tricking the Doctor into being the master. And that, yeah, basically, he might not be the master, and he might just be using information, and it might all just be fake news. Fake news, sorry. Little Donald Trump reference. So yeah, that was it. That was the cliffhanger, and the sonic tech that she couldn't deactivate the bomb. 13 gets teleported where Yaz was. She kind of knows where she is, it looks like, from the cliffhanger. And then we cut off there, and the companions are hanging on, and they're going down to their death in this aeroplane, which we saw in the 12th Doctor, and Bonnie, and the Osgood, and the Zygons. They didn't have and they got out by parachutes. There's no parachutes, there's no anything. Their companions are going splat. Unless the 13th Doctor can get out where she is, get the TARDIS, and travel right there to save them. That's the only other way I can see this ending. And, of course, we need to find out, is he really the master? Because he might be tricking. I was believed he was the master up until that point. Don't believe everything you see. So maybe he's not. Maybe he's just been using that back history he knows of the Doctor. Just a little thing there. Just a little theory. Little theory of them not, these creatures he's working with from a different universe are going to trick him at some point, because they've got deep voices, they're very mysterious, it's so classic. But yeah, that was my review on my opinions, and you can see how excited I am. I was not excited at all for this. I was like, I'm going to watch Doctor Who because it's on. Yeah, I'm excited now. I've managed to not spoil anything. I've been spoiled by little bits here and there, but from September on to this point, I've stopped myself from watching anything. I don't have a clue whether they did a next time trailer, and I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to watch that on Saturday. Sunday. So my review will be out on Sunday or Monday for the next episode. I'm going to continue reviewing this. If you enjoy this, Like, comment, rate, subscribe, get that little bell, and also check out my Wales Comic Con video. I got interview kind of esque with Matt Smith, David Tennant, and Catherine Tate, and a little glimpse of Michelle Gomez. Not Michelle Gomez. What are you talking about? Alex Kingston. I got a little clip of me meeting them, and I've also got a 20-minute of me in the event talking about Wales Comic Con as well. So if you want to check out the 20-minute version or the 3-minute version of the interviews, check them out. They're on the playlist. And also, yeah, let's get going. We're talking about Series 12. We're reviewing the rest of the episodes. So join me next week on a couple of days' time, Sunday, for the next review. And yeah, I'm excited. This is good. I'm happy. Doctor Who's back 2020. Happy New Year. Let's go.